I'm not
Excuse
biased
me?
in any reason. I will die on this hill.
I'm a Yoshimitsu player.
Oh my
Which
gosh,
means
get
I'm
out
terrible.
of here. Get
I'm
out of
awful.
here. Go away.
I'm actually the worst. Oh my god, Yoshimitsu is the rat character in Tekken 8. He has too many combos and he does too many things for anyone to keep up with, let alone his players.
Mm-hmm.
And they nerfed him, and I'm sad.
That's Tekken 8 for you.
Kind of sounds like
Yeah.
they did you a favor by.
They
nerfing him.
didn't do me a favor because I was okay at it.
I was okay. I haven't played Tekken since like religiously since like Tekken 3, I think.
We're having a Tekken 8 tournament on Entropy. I've decided just now.
I'll be
Wait.
there.
So yeah,
Wait,
just now.
Should we do
controllers.
fighting
Wow.
if we're gonna do fighting tournaments, I want to throw in. Oh shit, we can't do that. There hasn't been a Dead or Alive game for years.
Yeah.
Oh
Mm.
yeah.
Like Dead or Alive is that game that you knew was the booby game because of like the
Mhm.
literal like physics were impacted
yeah.
by what age you put in.
Yeah, that is what I knew
Mhm.
about it.
Wild.
Uh-huh.
And then the
What?
volleyball game they came out with.
Yep.
What?
Which is like a pseudo dating game between the girls, which is kind of cool, but you know, JT, do you not know this about how the physics are based on your age?
No, I've never. Tekken 8's the only fighting game I've ever played.
So in Dead or Alive, at
You're
least
such a
in
baby.
No.
at least in,
Right.
like,
Yes.
Okay, sorry, that's not true. Injustice is also the only fighting game I've
Yeah.
ever played.
some Mortal Kombat.
It's yeah.
But no, in Dead or Alive, you could slide and put in your age for the game, and the higher you put it, which I think it maxed out at 99, the more
Mhm.
the more the breasticles just jumped around.
The jiggle
Mhm.
physics.
That's crazy.
Uh-huh.
That's a crazy feature for a game.
The jiggle
Listen.
physics.
They know, they absolutely know that this is what people play. And I'm just going to say, for as wild as that is, the whole fighting system in Dead or Alive is tight. It is fun. You get your ass kicked real fast and real easily, and you go like, what the hell's going on? But then when you figure it out, it's kind of like, you know, you enter flow state and like, oh yeah, and you forget
Mhm.
about the ninja girls and fucking all that craziness.
City
Zack,
physics.
That's how I was with Soul Calibur.
Soul Calibur.
Mhm.
Played that one.
Which
Played
also has
Killer
Korean
Instinct
people in
too.
it.
That's probably the fighting game that I played the most.
Killer,
Killer
Instinct?
Instinct?
Really?
Yeah.
That
I've
was the one
heard
you
of
played the
Killer
most?
Instinct.
I was not a video game kid.
You're
like
so cool,
That makes
Will.
sense.
I had a Super NES and
That's like
and
hipster shit.
Yes.
To be fair, Killer Instinct has never really been that good of a fighting
No.
game.
no, it was
It's fun
fun.
as hell, but like that's like you telling me like you're like my favorite fighting game is Darkstalkers, and I'm like, that's cool. I love that for you. But Darkstalkers has only had 3 actual games for a reason. They
That's
could
like-
make more.
To
That's
be
like
clear,
saying-
I didn't say Killer Instinct is my favorite. I said Killer
Oh.
Instinct is the one that I've played.
That's like saying that Final Fantasy 2 is the one you played the most.
Oh, that's
Uh,
weird. That'd be weird to say.
Final
Right?
That
Fantasy
would be
Right?
weird
game.
to say.
A little weird. Because nobody likes that one.
I
No,
guess
it's bad.
7 would be the one that I've. 7 would be the Final
That's
Fantasy I played the
everyone.
most.
Please.
Yeah.
That's not
Except for
true.
me. I'm 8. I'm weirdo. It's fine.
14. 14 was my Final
Okay,
Fantasy
14
game.
doesn't count because it's an
Yes, it
MMO.
does.
Okay,
It
no, it
counts.
does not. Stop it.
If that
That's
counts,
like saying
14
I
is
play.
my.
Yeah, if you want to go with that, I play Final Fantasy 11 for 3 years, game time straight. Okay,
Let's go. See?
I still don't count it as like
You should count
I
it.
played it the most.
I would
It
say
should be counted.
the one I've played the most is 7 just because of what it
Final
is.
Fantasy 10. Final Fantasy
Right.
10 is so good.
But the one I have enjoyed the most, and I really hope at some point it gets a remake akin to, not the same, but akin to the 7 remakes, is 6.
Oh yeah,
I love 6. 6
Mhm.
has such an awesome story. It's wild that you can fucking just miss party members because you didn't stay on a screen for long enough.
yeah.
Like, what the fuck? You can't get ninja if you don't hang out for just like a minute on one screen, and nothing tells you this. There's no
6 is actually the best one. Like if you like look at all the pieces of Final Fantasy, I think it's not my favorite. It like 8 is my favorite. It's in my top 5, but like I will 6 is one of the best games, but nobody's played 6. Everyone has played 7 and up. 10 is also really good. My partner has
say-
like 400 hours in 10.
I will say, if you want to talk about hipster video game opinions, the JRPG that I have played the most is Legend of Dragoon.
Oh,
That was good though. That's okay.
Yeah.
You get a pass for that.
I like 15. I think 15 is probably
I
my
loved
favorite.
15.
The
Is 15 the one
combat.
with the cars?
It's the
one
bro
with the
one.
car, yeah,
It's the
yeah,
bro-
yeah.
it's
Yeah,
the
the
road
road
trip.
trip.
Yeah,
It's the road
I loved
trip
it.
one.
Well, I think here's my like hot take on 15 that everyone misses, because there are not so I'm so sorry. There are not enough good character development, relationship building games between men characters
Mhm.
the way 15 was.
That's
And
true.
like there was so much bromance happening in that game, and like so much just like platonic like love for each other, that I think that does not get enough like in those kind of games. Do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
always like there's always like the party and some romance or whatever, but it was really about the bros and like their relationship. And I thought it was like I love that game so much.
It's just
Isn't-
for homies.
Exactly.
There's something like, you know, the Bechdel test,
Yes.
like
Mhm.
women talking together, blah blah blah.
It's
how long
trash,
until
but
they talk
yeah.
to women. I feel like it's the exact same thing about men, except
Mhm.
instead of like, you know, oh, how long until they'll talk about a woman, it's how long until they start fighting over a woman. Like-
Mm.
Mhm.
Mhm.
How long
Yeah.
until a woman has been objectified to just being a prize to be won among
Yeah.
men? So like
Mhm.
when it's
Mhm.
just so if you can instead just have like men interacting with each other as people and not
Yeah.
like fighting over, doesn't even have to be like, they can fight, but like be it over realistic things like, you know, what are we going to go for dinner tonight, and then just like
Right.
fighting over like, no, we had sushi last night, I fucking want sushi again, like silly stupid shit that doesn't actually matter,
Right.
you know.
I've got a new recipe.
Mhm. I'm realizing how much my youth was spent reading books, because I understood a third of that.
I'm so
conversation.
sorry.
No, it's fine. I'm fascinated.
I mean,
This
same.
is great.
Video games were my books.
Video games.
I
are
had
my
a
books.
controller in my hand when I was 3 in the 80s.
Yeah.
So-
My dad's idea of letting me be left alone while he had to like go in the other room to watch or to take a phone call was to leave me playing Doom, like the original Doom, with a joystick at like
I
3-4
love
years old.
Doom.
It's so good. And like I played video games, but there was like a solid 12-year period where I never picked up a controller.
Yeah, that would not be me.
So
I would die.
I read a lot of books.
Comics
Exam.
and video games. That's. I read a lot of books too, but the books I read were like not good anymore. It's sad now. Do you know what I mean?
Yep, I do.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And
I
so
played-
none of that is
I-
relevant anymore to me.
I played Quidditch for my college. I understand.
I'm so sorry.
That's
Yeah.
the craziest thing I've ever heard. You what?
That was
you
Yeah.
did
There
what
was
for your
leagues.
college?
There's whole leagues.
That was not me,
Was a
but
beater.
that-
I threw dodgeballs at people. I was
That's
allowed to hit them
amazing.
in the head, and
Nobody
it was fucking
is
great.
ever allowed to call me a baby again. That's the worst thing I've ever heard.
But you don't know about it because you're a baby.
Yeah. Yep.
I thank myself every day for that. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was a specific moment in time.
Yeah.
It was a very specific moment in time, and to their credit, the main league has been like, you said what? We're renaming ourselves. This is a new sport. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're rewriting the rules. Like,
I should have known. But I tried reading Lord of the Rings once, and I just
I
couldn't
did
do
read
it.
that.
I
it
was
took
like-
me
I liked the Lord of the Rings.
to start
Okay,
reading it.
I read. Actually, I did this with my partner. I know we're so stalling. I did this with my partner one time, and I was like, "This is why I can't read Lord of the Rings, because you can literally open it to any part. You just open the thing, and you will read 3 pages of something that no longer exists."
Yes.
because
Yeah.
they have to tell you the whole backstory of what the land was like before the thing happened. And so like I read 2 pages of him describing the trees and the rivers
Mhm.
and the brooks
Mhm.
and the meadows, and then at the end of it was like, it is not so now. And then I had to read 4 more pages of explaining what it looks
So-
like now before they walked through it.
Okay, so
this is a very British thing. That's
it's a very British thing, and it's a historian thing. Okay,
get-
because I am a trained historian. That's how they all used to write.
Yeah, I
It
can't
was-
do it.
And like I like to describe Lord of the Rings as an encyclopedia punctuated by chapters on really detailed violence.
Well, he was a linguist. He wasn't a novelist.
And he was
Yeah.
yeah, he was
The
yeah.
Hobbit?
And
Great. Love it.
Yeah.
Can read that all
it's
day.
a children's book.
Mhm,
Mhm.
mhm.
I was reading The Destroyer when I was like, my first
Mhm.
novel was a true crime. My first novel I read, I was 9, was Fatal Vision about some
Mhm.
Green Beret dude who killed his entire family with evidence photos. Like that's what I
Mhm.
was reading.
He killed his family with evidence.
No,
photos?
No, there was
Killed
evidence
his
photos
family
in the
and there
book.
were evidence photos in the book
Ah.
as a 9-year-old.
My first novel was the Septimus Heap series, all 7 of them.
I don't even know what that is.
Same.
It's a fantasy novel series. Each book is at least 500 pages.
Oh yeah,
I
that
read
sounds
it-
about right.
In middle school, there were 7 books, and I loved them.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
My first book, and I think like the first book I remember like reading through and enjoying thoroughly, and I think this really explains a lot about me.
I'm
Was the novelization of the first Mobile Suit Gundam series?
I love that for you.
That's
That
like
was
so much.
Truly.
like
It
Like-
speaks volumes.
It's extremely on brand.
it was
Um,
3 light books that were put into one volume that I could read, and here I am 12 years old reading about the main character being attacked by the alien enemy forces or whatever, and it's like, and I like touched someone's skin and it slopped off, and all you saw was this pink salmon, and it was the prettiest color I've ever seen, but then I threw up because there's blood and everything everywhere, and I'm like, Jesus.
So basically, we read the same books when we were younger.
This is going to surprise no one about me. My first book was The Tommy Knockers.
That's
I don't know
what?
what that is.
I have no idea what
By
that is.
Stephen
It is
King. That's a wild pull.
I was 6, I think. I took it to Catholic school with me, and I wasn't allowed to bring it back the next day.
Didn't they make that into like a mini series
did.
on TV or something?
Mm.
Yes, they did.
It's pretty wild.
Dreamcatcher was my Stephen King go-to.
Mhm.
Yeah. Dreamcatcher's a really good one of his short stories. It's one of my favorite of his short stories. Apt Pupil is my favorite of his short stories.
The Mist is my favorite of his short stories.
Yeah. Yeah, Mess is really good.
They fucked that up real bad when they did it in. Oh my god!
I went to see that movie with my dad, and like the ending of it, he was just like, he hugged me as we were leaving the theater. He was like, I would wait. I was like, okay, Dad, we're fine. Like,
Read the book. Read the book.
he
one.
had. That's why
But
he's the one
better.
who like all of his Stephen
Gotcha,
King books
yeah.
were the ones I like. So yeah, like I had read that already, and that's why we were excited to go see it. And we were like, this is no longer fun.
I never got exposed to anything like that. After I started reading, I was like, my dad was like, here's all 5 Hitchhiker's books.
I love that for you. My parents were
That's so
like,
good.
here's more Stephen King. And then my very religious neighbor was like, your house is going to catch on fire because you're reading devil books. And I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Adults are weird.
Great.
Adults are weird.
Adults are weird.
Adults are so weird.
You are all adults.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Are we?
man.
Yeah,
You're
I
all
know.
grown-ups.
I feel
Okay.
like we're like in
Well-
a separate sect of adult though.
Right?
We are playing games on the internet.
Right? Like
We
I
are.
don't know. I just don't feel like that label hits right now.
We're getting there. This is all part of the same segue.
Like I have bills and responsibilities, but
I just think it's very impressive that JT only started reading 5 years ago and still finished the whole
That's
series.
not upsetting.
That was good, Will.
Terrible.
That was good, Will.
Nice.
You don't get to
Nice.
say anything to me. You lived in an era where Quidditch was a sport.
It's still a sport.
You're
You
not
should
wrong.
you should
You're
be
not wrong.
ashamed of that fact.
And I am every
Look,
single day.
none of us knew in 2000 and
It's a, no.
11.
Divorced
thought it was-
divorced from all political context. Now you should be ashamed that was a sport.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
if
was
it-
good at it.
Yeah,
You're not wrong. I don't think any of us would say we're proud about it.
No.
Nothing I grew up with, nothing I did, or nothing of my age and era could possibly ever be worse than that.
Well,
Just you wait.
well,
Just wait.
Fortnite dancing.
Yeah.
Not mine.
I disagree.
Yeah,
The
firmly disagree with
generation
that.
that came after me. That's them.
No,
No, I don't think
Fortnite
that's
dancing
true.
is very firmly a Gen Z phenomenon.
Yeah, I
Do
think
you
that's
think
a
I'm Gen
thing.
Z?
What are
You
you?
are
then?
Are
Gen Z.
Gen Z.
You are
I'm
Gen
not.
Z.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Yes,
you
you
were
are.
born in this century.
I was not born in this century.
Are you a
Oh,
1999 baby?
I'm a 99 baby.
Oh, that's close
Oh.
enough.
Yeah,
No.
absolutely.
What month in 99?
August.
Doesn't count. You were
Why
after
not?
the
Yes, he
16.
does.
I
You
got
were-
bad news, JT. If you're a millennial, then you're part of the generation that made Quidditch a real sport.
I'm not part of that one either.
You gotta
Yeah,
take your pick.
yeah. Pick
If you-
it.
if you
People born
remember Y2K, I don't know. You know what I
people
mean?
born in 99 get their own thing.
That's not
No,
true.
We get the
Okay,
black
no.
eyed peas.
Well, no, wait, stop, because that's what we say. That's what we say, right? We're not Gen X, but we're not younger millennials. We have,
No,
like,
you are
our own
millennials,
little,
though.
We're in our
We're
own
elder.
little.
We're like the
Section.
elder millennials, and for some
We are the
reason-
golden girls of millennials.
Mm,
Yeah.
Do you know
Love
what I
it.
mean?
Love that
those
for you.
four. That's it.
Sounds-
Mhm.
wow.
I don't think
Maybe we
anyone should get to say they're the Golden Girls.
Oh, I get to say it.
That's
okay,
true.
everyone except for Jen. You don't get to.
That's good. No one else said it. Maybe we should play God Complex.
Yeah.
Maybe we're
maybe.
we're stalling.
Maybe we're stalling.
Maybe we're stalling.
Maybe
Uh,
we're
Where's
We
Izzy?
stalling.
shared about the promo this week and go,
We
what
can
the
get
fuck
some
do you mean
stuff
it's in me?
Where's Izzy?
We can get some stuff done before Izzy gets here. I'm not too worried about it.
We can.
Before we dive in, I just want to let JT know that the character on their hat is named Kirby, and we can go ahead and get started.
All right,
with the
cool.
game.
Everyone, have a good night. I trust that
Narrator
this will go
two.
smoothly. I'm going. I'm out of here because I'm not going to
God.
take flack from Quidditch guy over here.
Quidditch guy.
To be
Will
fair,
didn't play
I was
Quidditch.
the one who
I
played
didn't invent
it.
it or
Yeah.
play it.
I played it.
I think Cass is the only one here that played Quidditch.
Cass
I
is
only
Quidditch guy.
played it because I had free reign to throw dodgeballs at people's faces.
I was
it
not-
was fun.
It was
Guilty-
not a thing when I was in college. Like, let
Guilty
me
by
just,
association.
Yeah, let's get into it. JT, talk about Enter the Emporium.
We're raising money for Palestine. As always, there's a Tiltify link in the comment section now because I clicked enter. It's been sitting there. I've been waiting for so long to interface with the chat, and that message has been sitting there. I didn't want to delete it because I didn't know if it would stay copied. Because sometimes it doesn't. Anyway, that's ongoing. I am also, and I'm only saying this generally, I'm raising money to move. So if that link is
Yes.
available to you to be posted or shared somewhere, that would be coolio. Contribute if you feel like it. Deeply unnecessary. I already feel incredibly guilty about it. So that's
Don't.
gonna go away. I know I shouldn't. I'm just trying to be honest.
People
Beyond-
who give you money are able to make that decision themselves.
Yeah.
True.
I know, and
Don't
I
make
appreciate
decisions
it.
for people. Also, I
I-
just want to know that Coolio is like a millennial thing. So, like, good points.
You're not selling this. You're not selling it. I'm not a
The
part
thing
of
is,
any
you
generation.
said Coolio, and my brain immediately went to the rapper.
Well, that's kind of where it came from.
It's true.
We also have a Discord, so if you're not in there and you would like to be, to come hang out with us where we make fun of each other for our age. By the way, much of my friends, almost 40. Isn't that crazy? Your knees must feel so bad.
Mine are feeling
Joke's
great.
on you. My niece has been bad
stop.
since I was 11.
You stop.
Define
That is a
almost
low
40.
blow.
It is a low. It's a knees. The knees are pretty low.
My knees have been bad since I was 11. We're 20.
You've been old since you were 11, Cass.
You know, you were not the first person to tell me that.
All right.
Cartridge, I don't know her. I've touched Nintendo cartridges before.
We can't.
I'm not that young.
We can't.
I'm so upset.
We can't.
I'm so mad.
We only tease you because we love you.
We've been
I
live for
know.
31 minutes. We can't.
I mean, we could keep going. I don't know if we should.
There's a certain
Yeah.
deliriousness tonight. I'm done with administration.
Okay, cool.
Go click all them links.
Hi, hello. My name is Will. I'm your storyteller. Welcome to God Complex. Technically, this is a Girl by Moonlight magical girl game. Again, technically about a group of people at the end of humanity in the end time.